we got this new member who joined. Woo! His name is Llama Nick. He's asking, what are you doing? So let me explain to you, brother. So I have a platform, well, two platforms, and this platform makes t-shirts, and the t-shirts, oh, Basil Goma, let me tell you hi as well. Hey man, just walking down through my project. Alright, so this is a project I've been working on for like 8 months, and I already have a few sales. Now I'm just refining. And yeah, the idea is you get these really unique NFT-like t-shirts. And I want to show you how they look. So I'll go in my catalog. You can see like this cool animation with the t-shirt dropping down. Really cute. And this is how they look, kinda. When you open them up, you can see a few cool things. For example, previews, right? You also see the QR codes which are within the t-shirt on the bottom left side. And these QR codes are very valuable. They act like a verification system for ownership, like who's the real owner, like did you buy it? And every t-shirt has its own history, like when it was painted, when it was sold. Let me show you the sold ones on production. Because when it's sold, it also tells you who the buyer is. And it's a really cool thing, I think. Totally pointless for the planet, but it's a cool gift idea. You can create your unique artworks for free daily. You can choose like art styles and you can create something. So if you go in the sold artworks, I'll show you one that my friend bought, which is this one. We went to Greece, to Mount Athos, and he decided to make a memory from our trip. And so he made this. And you can see that he painted it on the 17th of October and then generated it and then bought it. And it tells even the size it was bought in. I have questions. Did you design the UI or you asked someone to do it for you? It looks very nice. Ah, stop it! Ah! Ah, that's so cute! So I didn't ask anyone. I kind of took inspiration from different platforms. One of them was Gymshark, but just basic inspiration. Everything else I kind of designed on Figma. So yeah, there's also user galleries. So whenever you buy something, you create a gallery. And people have ownership, and obviously you can view their galleries. And when you view someone's gallery, you kind of get the whole picture of what they're collecting. And you can see their artworks in 3D within the gallery. And this is done with React 3 Fiber, and you can see it in VR as well. You could say a cat on a tree, and then you can rename it to a cat for my loved one. And then when they scan the QR code, they actually get to see this in 3D. Why? Because it's fucking awesome. But yeah, there's even like a community marketplace, so if you make artworks for free, you can kind of sell them and we both make profit. And when you create free artworks daily or pay to make more than the daily limit, you can use those free artworks to make a gallery. And that gallery, then you can advertise to communities. Like this was for Saint Valentine's, and I made this one. And if people buy any artwork from here, you make a profit out of it, kind of like a pyramid scheme. But I also profit. And my idea with this is to kind of have a charity benefit from AI indirectly. There are plenty. Actually, I'm gonna do it because it's worth sharing, I think. So there are many, because this is a very long project. So starting from the main dependencies, AWS for S3 buckets just to store all of the images whenever they're generated and uploaded, also for viewing and so on. But specifically for generating them. Oh, actually, I was guiding you through the packages. Alright, so quickly, Fort Awesome, now known as Font Awesome. This is for all the icons on the website, really cool too. Mantine, I slightly regret using it. It fucks up my search engine optimization. This is a component library for React. It's handy in terms of hooks, forms, but it's not that cool in terms of search engine optimization because every tag is a div, even text tags, that's a pain. And also styling is suboptimal, Tailwind beats it. Nappy RS Canvas, this is beautiful, it allows me to use Canvas on the backend. So another question, sir, I am Django Python developer, should I focus on developing or should I switch to AI machine learning? I'm actually working with Python and Django at my company, one of our projects has it, and it's pretty cool. Not my favorite for sure. The question about learning AI, machine learning, fuck yeah man, go for it. That's something that I'd want to do, but right now I want to grind projects. So I'm just interfacing with already trained models, I'm not learning how to train them, but one day I would like to go there, and yeah, hopefully if you start learning you can teach me something about training the AI models. Right now all I can share as info is where to find them, how to use them, and some common jargon that any developer knows at this point. Anyway, NaPRS Canvas, that's what allows me to use Canvas on the backend to edit images. This is specifically useful for when I want to make automated posts or I want to add some specific stuff to an image and release it on Google Merchant, for example. I like how you're calling me sir. You can call me Coco. Anyway, next auth. This is for authentication. This is a Prisma adapter. I'm using Prisma for database schemas, and it's like an ORM. Check it out if you don't know it. I think Python also has Prisma. I'm fairly certain it does. OctaKit. This is... I kind of forgot already. I think it's for... Nah, I'm gonna lie to you. I don't remember at this point. Anyway. React Spring, React 3, all of these are for the VR 3D thing that I showed you. The Remotion Lambda, I've automated videos on the Instagram page for the project, and it uses Remotion to kind of stitch videos together and render them on AWS. Then I have Stripe for checkouts, React Query, React DevTools, TRPC. These here are needed more for Next 12 rather than the newer Next versions. Before server-side components were a thing, you couldn't tie your backend types to your front-end types that neatly. And TRPC fixed that for me, and like half a year after I started using it, serverless components dropped. So I would definitely not use this for a new project with Next.js for sure, but this is like really cool. So types, bad words, this kind of blocks you from when you enter a prompt from having like, how's it called? People that say I want this sexy girl, right? Sexy is gonna be blocked. Facebook Pixel, this is for tracking metrics with Facebook ads, how many people click on it. I have MySQL types here, and you'll see MySQL here. I only have it for one specific endpoint, and this is to wake my database every 4 hours because my staging database goes to sleep and I don't want it to go to sleep. And it's the only reason I have this dependency. Anyway. So we have TypeScript. I'm gonna ignore the types because those are for TypeScript. QStash, this is my cron job manager because it's free. Vercel Analytics, the platform where the project is deployed to do the analytics. SuperJSON, this is for passing dates and special objects as JSON to the front end from the back end in your REST calls, and it's like really cool to use. Again, bad words. So change DPI. I'm not sure if I use this anymore. Oh right, so I'm using this to guarantee that the pixel density of the QR codes whenever I'm rendering them on the server is matching what I need for the printing on the t-shirts. Then there's like crossfetch. I don't remember what the fuck this was, honest to God. Crossfetch. Oh, right. It's like a polyfill. Cool. So let me wrap things up with the package.json preview. Carousel React. This is for Mantine's carousel to have control over it, since Mantine's carousel is built on top of Embla carousel. It has it as a dependency. I need to have this dependency to interact with the carousel through React. Then we have ESLint, and it's a config for next.js. A fetch ponyfill. This is something that older versions of next.js require, and I have a Medium post about this specifically. The Medium post, which I can show you. And if you do next.js fetch, or even and what if I do Coco? There it is. I have like this post I did ages ago where I'm explaining the issue and why you need a ponyfill for the fetch. It was because the underlying undice was compiled wrongly, and based on the country in which your serverless functions would run, aka in a server in Germany versus France versus UK, it would use node fetch versus undice, and whenever it used the undice, the fetch would fail on serverless on edge functions, because the undice needed to be recompiled, because they weren't using a package which could just be updated. It needed to be compiled and then loaded, and that caused issues. But 161 people were happy for this. Anyway, going forward, Google Auth library, Google API. I think this is for next.auth to work. The Google APIs is for Google Merchant, yeah. So I have like an admin section in the admin panel for releasing artworks into Google Merchant. Then there is HTML5 QR code. This is to read the QR codes on the front end. There's like typical stuff here. MGML, this is for sending emails, and it's one of the 2 tools currently working for sending cool emails with styling. Then there's next.auth, yep, next sitemap. This makes the sitemaps for Google to use to index. Next, Super JSON plugin. This is the Super JSON thing I mentioned earlier to send dates and special shapes from backend to frontend. Then OpenAI, this is to talk with GPT and stuff like that. Party.js, this is like a really cool thing which pops sprinkles on your page. QR code, this thing essentially allows you to read QR codes, if I'm not mistaken, or generate them. Quantize, I'm not sure what Quantize was. I've used it in Canvas, and I've used it for Quantize colors. Yep, I've used it to do some form of grouping on the colors to save time. Although everything else is made by me there. Cool, so React DOM, typical React Google Analytics, React Swipeable, this is like event handlers, React Waypoint, I'm not sure what that was. What was React Waypoint? Footer, Waypoint. Oh, this is to animate the footer, I think. Yeah. When to show or to hide the component based on if it's on the screen closer. I could have written that myself, honestly. Anyway, replicate, this is for other AI models to communicate. Again, stripe, super JSON. SWR, I'm not using it. Tailwind merge, this is for Tailwind to merge classes without conflicts. 3, this is for 3JS for React 3 Fiber. DevTools for TRPC. TRPC panel, this is for documentation of the TRPC endpoints. TypeScript, right? Validator, I'm not sure what I'm using this for. Oh, right, this is to validate values, cool. And Zod is really cool. If you don't know it, check it. Self-explanatory the moment you open the docs. Zustand for state management, similar to Redux. And then on the dev dependencies, I have Trivago sort imports. There's like a new one, a new alternative instead of Trivago, again for prettier. And it's really cool, but this one was first, so I'm using the one that was first. And then there's the types, then there's all the ESLint configs. I really love the Airbnb base. I'm kind of a fanboy of that. Maybe it's obsolete at this point, but I still use it. There's lint staged, so when I commit and push, run a few things that I've run checks on the stage files. Prettier, Prisma, SAS, this is for my SCSS modules. DevTools for Zustand, StyleLint to kind of lint the style modules. Tailwind CSS, again, explanatory, and TypeScript node. Cool. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, some of them. Right. Yeah, I think... Oh, you would like my LinkedIn. Oh, you would like to work at my company. Nice. Well, we're not hiring developers right now, but if we are, you could join my Discord and I can drop like opportunity here.